weirdest animals worldwide. Do you wonder about some of the weirdest animals worldwide? What do you think they are? How do they look? In today's video, we are showing you the top 10 weirdest animals in the world. So without further ado, let's begin. Number 10. Pangolin. This animal, which has recently received a lot of attention due to its potential role as a vector for coronavirus, comes with its unique armor. The pangolin, well known as the scaly anteater, has skin covered in keratin scales, which is similar material that makes up other animals' hair, claws, fur, and fingernails. Also, it is the only mammal popular to have these scales, drawing both positive and negative attention to it. However, because of poaching as well as habitat destruction, most of the 6 pangolin species are now classified as endangered or highly endangered as well as vulnerable. This is true despite the fact that the animal defends itself by curling up in a ball and displaying its sharp-edged scales when threatened. Number 9. Platypus. The platypus is well known, but that doesn't make it any less strange. Indeed, the more people learn about this creature, the stranger it becomes. Of course, the platypus has a duck-like bill, otter-like webbed feet, hagfish-like eyes, and beaver-like tail. It is an egg-laying mammal, and the male has poison spines on his hind feet. It finds prey by using electrical signals packed up by receptors on its bill, and its fur glows under black light. In female platypuses, only the left ovary works, so when Europeans first saw it, they thought it was a forgery similar to the Fijian mermaid. Number 8. Megamouth shark. Megachasma pelagos, with their tub-sized mouth, appear fearsome, but it's a peaceful plankton feeders, similar to basking and whale sharks. It is an elusive species that lives deep in the warmer waters of all the world's oceans and was only discovered in 1976. Unlike other sharks, it is not a champion swimmer, has a soft body, and appears to expend the least amount of energy to keep moving. It has a white belly and a brown, dark blue, or gray top. It also has unusually prominent lips. Number 7. Sponge. The sponge is a type of marine animal that resembles a plant but is not one. Indeed, the sponge does not resemble a plant as much as it does an organism from outer space. This animal has no digestive system because it is made up of undifferentiated cells. Cells interspersed with streams and pores. It lacks a brain and a nervous system. It is devoid of a circulatory system. It is devoid of internal organs. It is only alive because the ocean currents bring it food and oxygen, while also removing waste. The sponge was probably around 750 million years ago and was the first animal to differentiate itself from the common ancestor shared by all animals. Number 6. Chacha fly. The chacha fly, which is found in tropical Africa, is responsible for the spread of sleeping sickness. This isn't the strange part, as many insects are disease vectors. However, this fly is unique in that the larva develops in the mother's uterus and is fed milk by the mother. These reproductive strategies are thought to be unique to mammals. The female chacha fly only allows one of her eggs to be fertilized at a time, and the baby goes through its larval stages in her uterus. Even though the larva is still in the mother's uterus, the mother feeds it a substance similar to milk while it is developing. Number 5. Okapi. It's a giraffe, isn't it? It's a zebra, isn't it? Is it a result of a zebra and the giraffe getting too close? The okapi, also known as the zebra giraffe, is a blood cousin of the giraffe but is not a hybrid. This strange and strangely attractive animal stands about 4.9 feet tall at the shoulder and measures about 8 feet long. Females are slightly taller. It has a sleek dark brown or reddish brown coat and those zebra stripes on the legs and hindquarters, but its neck is not as long as its cousins. Okapi males, but not females, have ossicones on their heads. The animal is endangered and can only be found in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Number 4. Tardigrade. The strangest animal on the planet, the tardigrade, is also one of the toughest and can endure the most harsh temperatures. This microscopic creature, also known as the water bear, animalcule, and moss piglet, is nearly indestructible. It is also present everywhere. It can be found in the Antarctic and bodies of waters and rainforests, mud volcanoes, and deserts. It has even survived exposure to space itself. It can withstand temperatures as low as -196 degrees Fahrenheit and as high as 300 degrees Fahrenheit. It can withstand radiation and pressures that would kill a human. If necessary, the tardigrade can go without food food and water for 30 years or more and suffer dehydration for a decade. Number 3. Blobfish. This white pinkish fish has a head like a disgruntled old man, making it another entry in the list of the world's ugliest creatures. It is often found in deep waters off the coasts of Australia and New Zealand and is also known as the fathead. From a depth of 3,900 feet, one blobfish was retrieved. Honestly, the blobfish does not resemble the subject of its most popular photograph. When it is dragged too quickly from the ocean's depths, it suffers a trauma where it collapses and converts into a blob. The majority of blobfish caught were weighing 4 pounds and are a foot long. It is most likely an ambush predator, or it simply eats whatever food comes close enough. Number 2. Hairy frog. The hairy frog is one of the strangest animals, with males of this species putting on a hairy display during breeding season. Hair and fur are typically found on mammals and possibly some insects, but almost never found on amphibians and reptiles. One exception is the hairy frog, also known as the wolverine or horror frog. During the breeding season, the males of these frogs, which grow to be about 4 to 5 inches long, develop what appear to be hairs on their sides and thighs. However, they're not hairs but rather dermal papillae with arteries that help the frog absorb more oxygen. Like wolverine, it has retractable claws. However, the claws are made of bone and can be everted only if the frog breaks the bone fragments in its own toe and allows the claw to rip through its skin. Number 1. Ai. This solitary little primate is not only one of the ugliest animals on the planet, but also one of the most unusual. It is only found in Madagascar and is 14 to 17 inches long with a long tail. It has long, wiry hairs that range in color from gray to black and are guarded by whitish guard hairs on its body. It has a fox-like face, but its teeth grow at a rodent-like rate. The ai can climb down trees headfirst like a squirrel and use echolocation like a bat. It has round, staring eyes that are orange or tan in color. The animal also has a specialized third finger to poke into and pull out grubs from cavities made by its teeth. The natives regard it as evil and kill it on sight, and the endangered one. So, these are the top 10 weirdest animals in the world. What do you think about these weird animals? Let us know your views in the comments section down below. Until the next video, stay tuned and subscribe for more.